Yeah. 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 Greetings, Earthlings. LT is in the house, says LOL, just tried to share on Bookface. I like that. It was removed because it said it looked like it was trying to get likes, followers, shares in a misleading way. They're on to us. The jig is up. We have to move our hideout. We got to bring the neon sign with us, though, that blinks above it saying hideout, hideout, hideout with a big arrow pointing. While on my way to walk through the garden, while on my way I stopped in the city. Still wanna walk through that garden someday. I hope that garden will wait for me. I met a man who, looking at my hands, said he could tell I didn't work just by my fingers. I'd be proud to show him these hands now. It's funny how that memory lingers. Last night I heard the peepers by the pond and a train way off in the distance. Felt like I died on the day I was born and just dreamt this life up in an instant. It's always a very vivid memory, that line about I met a man who, looking at my hands, said he could tell I didn't work just by my fingers. I'd left college and got a one-way ticket to Austin, Texas, because I always heard that was the live music capital of the world. A few of my dad's friends had been there, and they're like, oh yeah, it's the live music capital of the world. So that was just a young seed planted in my fertile dream soil of youth. And so when the time came and I quit school, I got a one-way ticket to Austin, Texas to see what would happen. And, I was definitely like country mouse in the big city. And for the first long while there, I wandered aimlessly, having no idea how to pursue this dream. I would go out to the bars at night. I remember seeing this guy, one of the first bars I went to, there was this guy fronting a blues band, and he was incredible. Guy Forsyth, I think was his name. I might have that wrong, but he was up there, looked amazing, sounded amazing. His band was rocking, and all of a sudden, at a certain point, he starts taking a tip jar through the room, but he's not just walking through the room collecting tips. He stepped off the stage onto one of the tables and then walked table to table with his tip jar, and everybody was putting money in there, and the band was rocking, and I'm watching this god walking above me, and thought, I am not ready for any of this. And I don't even know where to be. What's the move? I just didn't even know what to do. But I remember I was walking through down 6th Street. 6th Street's their famous little street down there, just bar after bar, venue after venue after venue. And I was down there walking in the afternoon one day, and one of the nightclubs, the door was propped open, and it wasn't open yet, but they were cleaning in there. So I walked in, and I was going to try to get a gig, but I was also just willing to do anything. And I saw this guy there, and I was like, "Oh, excuse me, can I talk to you for a second?" And I was like, "Yeah, I just arrived in town, and I'm a songwriter from Virginia, and a guitar player, and just looking for work, looking for gigs." And he was like, "Well, what do you play?" I was like, "I play guitar." And he was like, "Let me see your hand." And I was like, "What? My hand?" I didn't even know what he was talking about. And he took my hand, and he looked at the fingertips. And I guess my calluses were not impressive. And he just dismissively drops my hand and was like, "You don't play very much," or something. And it was just, he just completely dismissed me based on the calluses on my fingers. And then asked me how I was with a broom. I ran. I wasn't that desperate yet. I just ran and sat somewhere and thought long and hard. And that was pretty much the name of the game for months. Just wandering around lost and aimless, seeing these people crushing it and having no idea how to get in there, to get in on the action. And then one night I was walking down 6th Street, and there was this band busking on the sidewalk, and I suddenly heard this sound, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, who are these people? What is this move? What is this? Did they find a back door to this whole situation?" And I fell in love with their music. 2 of them ended up being Dave and Amy. We ended up starting a band called The Amusement, and the rest is history. But the funny thing was that music stopped me in my tracks. And I was so fascinated by the whole thing, the whole angle of like, oh, here's a way to approach the whole situation. And the music was like, this is the music I want to make. And it turned out they were a bunch of musicians from Virginia playing on the sidewalk. And I had found my home in the big city. Buzzard's breath. That was Buzzard's breath. Noah knows a bit of that story goes on and on. Oh, I love the window art. That's so good. See, if I was a true professional, I would have tuned my guitar while I was telling that story. Then I would really be city worthy. If I was a true professional, I could rub my stomach and pat my head at the same time. So I realized that I lied last night when I said I didn't have the word cicada in any of my songs. Not true, apparently. I sit corrected. Liz and Emmy has a cicada in the very first line. I'm going to do that song right now, but I'm going to change. I just came up with a lyric change that I really want to do. I don't even know what harmonica would be the right one for this song. Well, Abe, actually, you just did. It's that I met a man who, looking at my hands, said he could tell I didn't work just by my fingers. I'd be proud to show him my hand now. It's funny how that memory lingers. Surrounded by cicada screams, summer screams, riddled with holes. A million moths have lost the moon and found his room. He's been cooking on coals. Got here on a tornado, rode it steady as a train. Tonight he's putting on a show, and I'll tell you why he don't complain. 'Cause Liz and Chad, sweethearts are with him at the gig tonight. Liz and Chad, oh, they treat him right. Folk singer in a beatbox town can get shut down and bound by blues. His shack shudders in the wind, and his little poems pay their dues. In the dark, writing lines of light and bumming change from his morning muse, that he's not looking for his piece of the pie. He'll never die, he's got nothing to lose. And Liz and Chad, sweethearts are with him at the gig tonight. Liz and Chad, oh, they treat him right. Disappearing sleight of hand, returning home with his pockets full, feeling like a folk singer, feeling like a man, feeling like he did what he came here for. And it's not because of the songs he sang, although they rang and the room sang along. You'd think it was the tips he made or how he played, but you'd be wrong. It's 'cause Liz and Chad, sweethearts are with him at the gig tonight. Liz and Chad, oh, they treat him right. Hippie Fiasco rides again. This show's filmed before a live webcast audience. Thank you. Oh, too kind. All right, well, y'all know the name of the game. I am here to play your requests of my songs until this time runs out. So let's see what you got here for me. If you're just tuning in for the first time or not quite sure how it works, wherever you're watching, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, or on Discord, simply type in %request. Leave a space and then the name of one of my songs, and it will be added to the set list quite magically. It still confuses me how this trick works, but it does. All right. So far in the list, I know. Fallen Angel, interesting. Come Over, all right. Lie to Me, baby, all right. Only Takes One. Oh, fun requests, everybody. Let's get to work. I feel like, where's the capo I want? There's one of these I want to play on piano. What was my Come Over revelation? In A instead of C. I don't know if I can remember how to do that. Gee, that lemonade looks delicious. Well, you don't play very much. How are you with a broom? And I ran. Yeah, that's the true story, and the best way to. Aw, one for me too? So sweet. I know each town is two towns, one full of love, one full of hate. I know which one is up to me as I enter through the gate. I know the river, I know that there are madmen. I know I could be one too. Oh man, I messed up the words. I don't want to look. The training wheels have to come off. Let me just try it from the top. If I mess it up again, then I'll look at the words. I know that there are two towns, one full of love, one full of hate. I know which one is up to me as I enter through the gate. I know that I am lonely. I know I couldn't be true. I know that there are madmen. I know I could be one too. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. I know the river's poison. I know the child is innocent. I know that there were gypsies here. I know where they went. I know life is in the balance, and you can't cut the good and bad in half. I know you just plain don't desire what you have. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. I know the one sweet honey, and I'll be rolling in the morning glee. I'll be rolling in the wee hours, just her and me. I know power is a great inspiration, and just how small a man can be. I know the truth is whatever sets you free. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. I know math is a light shining on all the musics of thought. I know this debt ain't right. I know my education's bought. I know deep down people are scared, and happy people are high. I know a sinner is close to God, and a saint's usually alive. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. Grace is always there. It's me. I come and go. From the Buddha to the ball game, I know what everyone knows. I know the good songs come when my mind is gone. I know the ice is melting. I know nothing's wrong. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. I've tried to fix that last line for years. I know the ice is melting. I know nothing's wrong. I know what I'm trying to say there. It's the duality of stuff, that there's always simultaneously horrible and beautiful things occurring at all times. Everything happens every day somewhere. But I've always thought there's probably a better way to say it. That whole last verse drives me a little crazy. But the thing I can't let go is, I know grace is always there. It's me, I come and go. And that line I love. The rest of the lines, even the Buddha to the ball game, that's all changed over the years a little bit here and there. None of them quite feel right. I'm probably oversharing at this point, but it is the daily practice. We're here to whittle these songs down to definitive versions for the Carnegie Hall show. That's coming up. Whew! Hope you put that on your infinite calendar. Great request. Appreciate it. All right. I can't remember what was next. Let me look. Let me take a little peek here. I'm thinking we need like a series of signs for the porch to let me know, like when the gifts aren't working, or muted. We already have some ways of communicating. I'm muted, but I feel like there could be a whole little package of for you. We also need a name for the residents, the citizens of Nathan's Land. That's not creepers. Something new. Fallen Angel. Yeah. Let's see if I can do that without looking. I did get through that one without looking, though. I'm happy about that. Infinitely kazoo ready. I love it. Fallen Angel, one of the many songs I penned when I was living in a single-wide trailer north of Santa Fe, Nambe, New Mexico. I almost remember writing it. It was me and it was autumn, it was early in the morn. I stumbled on a fallen angel in the corn. In the corn. The fallen angel was a baby, asked me what's gonna happen to him. I said, you stay here if you're lucky, or you go back here. You go back here. He said, if I stay, will you dig me a hole? Well, I dig you a hole, I said I will. But today must be holy, I got plenty of time to kill. Plenty of time to kill. With his hardly open eyes, he spoke without a tongue. He said, then bury me, bury me, bury me young, bury me young. So I sank down to my knees and I opened up the ground for that little fallen angel I'd found. I had found. And with dirt under my nails and by the trails he pressed in the corn in the morning, I confessed, I confessed, yes. Now all is said and done, all is laid to rest. Fun request. I left out one of the verses lines. But it worked anyways. Fun request. Thank you. All right, let's see here. Come over. All right, let's try this on piano. Use it or lose it. Might have already lost it. We'll find out. The way you say things, the things you do, that sound you make, the way you move, reckon I'll be begging in a day or two for you to come over. We can watch a movie on the floor. We can order things, they will bring them to the door. Always something, sometimes nothing, never bored when you come over. Hey, Could you pick me up a pack? Cover me and I will get you back when you come over. Across town, 2,000 miles. When you get here, we can just walk a while, or sit out on the rooftop and smoke and smile when you come over. Could you pick me up a pack? Cover me and I will get you back when you come over. When you come over. Nice request. That whole move makes me realize I have no idea where my phone is. I don't have my control panel over there. I must have left it upstairs. Great request. We can work without it. We'll work around that. Oh, I like that window art. Lie to me, baby. I am gonna have to cheat on this one. Oh, it's making me, I have one minor harmonica, the E minor. It's the first one I ever tried. I'm just starting to figure it out. But now I really want all the others. I want an A minor harmonica for this one. Tell my heart it will repair. Tell my mind there's nothing there. Tell my soul it will remain. Tell my body there's no pain. Lie to me, baby. Tell me it'll be okay. Lie to me, baby. I know. Do it anyway. Tell my dreams they do come true. Tell my fears they're bound to lose. Tell my sins they'll wash away. Tell my faith how I am saved. Lie to me, baby. Tell me it'll be okay. Lie to me, baby. I know. Do it anyway. Tell my hands they're growing strong. Tell my sorrow it's long gone. Tell my yesterday, hey, fun. Tell tomorrow we're not done. Lie to me, baby. Tell me it'll be okay. To me, baby, I know. Do it anyway. Lie to me, baby. Tell me it'll be okay. Lie to me, baby. I know. Do it anyway. Oh, yeah. Great request. Into it. Only takes one. What harmonica would that be? G, maybe? Swavey says, memories flooding in from 2020. Boy, that was a long time ago, wasn't it? 2020. Well, I remember back in the year of our Lord 2020 and all the NM live streaming that took place during the making of Holler and Hope. Man, we went deep, did we not? Ooh, Lordy, did we go deep. I love it. We'll have some deep dives in the future. I had just to share a thinking out loud daydream the other night. That one move that might be fun is for me to hire a producer. I have a couple of people in mind and fly them here, bring them in to make my solo record. That's just what we're practicing, but using all of my gear. I will learn so much from that. Like, bring in T-Tom or Jesse Lauder or somebody I know and have them use all my gear to record a solo acoustic record, just like we're doing live. These versions that we're distilling, that we're coming up with, and live stream that whole thing, the whole process. Them showing up, them checking out all the gear. And my secret glee in that whole concept is that then I'll have these templates, being able to see what they used, what microphones, how they mixed them. I'll have these templates to look at and learn from after that, how they EQ'd it, what effects they used, everything. And the fact that they're using all my stuff, if they be willing to do that, that's the big if. Would they be willing to do it? But I would learn so much from the process, and maybe we'd have a cool record. All right, only takes one. Let me see if I can remember this without looking. No training wheels. very interesting way. You guys are there's always a lot of serendipity going on in the set list that y'all have created. But when I was singing Liz and Emmy earlier, the folk singer in a beatbox town can get shut down and bound by blues, I completely flashed on the moment, both at High Sierra and on Jam Cruise, where I had an actual confrontation with somebody with a boombox that was drowning out what we were trying to do at the spot and on the People's Porch. And both of them came down to too heavy of a confrontation, and both times the next day I sought out the person that I'd gotten in the conflict with and posed for a picture of them holding their boombox with their foot on my chest with me lying dead on the ground. I have somewhere are both of those pictures from Jam Cruise and from High Sierra, the People's Porch. But the night that the boombox completely took me out is the only night I ever left the spot. We would hold down the spot all night, every night, singing songs to bring the sun up, and they called me the captain, and I never left that post except for once. After a fight with a guy with a boombox, I stormed out of there. I left my post at the spot and went back to my room and wrote this song. Last night I lost it, now I can't find it, might be gone for good. Gotta hand it to that madman, he come around the corner, now he's got who I thought I was. Now I don't much like me. Hey, how about that? Almost too easy. And just because it only takes one, it only takes one, it only takes one these days to blow it all away. In the sea, they say, ladies, ladies, but how could there possibly be more? Every time I turn around, I see another one of my brothers. He's picking his jaw up off the floor. To me, they look like trouble. Me, I'll take a double. I'm leaning this chair against the door. 'Cause it only takes one. It only takes one. It only takes one these days to blow it all away. voice of war. Bad news bearers, it's a war against terror, dropping bombs like never before. And there's those that call, say, kill them all. But how could they ever be sure when it only takes one? It only takes one. It only takes one these days. It only takes one. It only takes one. It only takes one these days to blow it all away. I love what's happening on the porch, too. Sort of glad that's not in the window, but it's so funny right in front of my face. Oh, man. You guys are awesome. Man, I had a couple of good ideas during that version. Ask for that again as soon as you want it. I'm ready. All right, next up from Beans, we have Enough About Me. You guys should talk for a second on the porch just to make that GIF go up off my iPad. Splat. Oh, ow. Oh, splat. Nobody knows what I'm talking about. Here, now you will. Oh, don't. Oh, goodness. Oh, not again. Oh, I didn't see that one coming. Oh, could it? Oh, what kind of world is? I can't work with this. You did it. Thank you, guys. There's a God walking a fine line between suicide and crucified. There's an ant climbing up the side of a bottle of moonshine in the sunshine. There's a town suddenly hushed down, and the only sound is enough to drown. There's a beautiful flower that smells awful. Look but no noseful, it's really terrible. But enough about me, I've always been blue, like the sky is blue. I see what I see, and not one thing I see I know is true. But I really used to know you, really used to know me too. There's a picture of pain of the one to blame on the wall hanged, but he's been framed. There's a faint echo of a child's name, a dissipating wave fading away. There's the remnants of last night's magic, a burnt matchstick, the two of hearts trick. There's a guitar leaning on a mattress. I've been getting into fitness. My love is my witness. But enough about me. I've always been blue, like the sky is blue. I see what I see, and not one thing I see I know is true. But I really used used to know you, really used to know me too. There's a siren sounding starboard, the ambulance is backwards, I'm diving in for her. There's a night owl lost in the day, people call his name, who is all he can say. This is one thing that's hard to prove, it's this game on the chessboard where nobody moves. There's a heater humming at my feet, and out the window I see the air that I breathe. But enough about me, I've always been true. Enough about me, I've always been blue, like the sky is blue. I see what I see, and not one thing I see I know it's true. But I really used to know you, really used to know me too. Yes, I really used to know you, really used to know me too. Yes, I really used to know you, really used to know me too. Oh, I had a little bit of an intrusive thought there that messed my lyrics up a little bit, but it was so fun. It was a good intrusive thought. I realized that just sounds bad. Oh, intrusive thought, that must have been terrible. Well, not usually. It just sucks that they happen. They're usually good thoughts. They just get in the way of the performance of the song. Sometimes they're bad. Sometimes they're critical, but not usually. Usually they're just ideas. Oh, I know. That's usually how they start. I know. All right, what was next? I wish I could remember that. I know. Oh, Dyin Man's Diamond. All right. And then Tombstone. Help me remember. Little squirrels. This freaking E minor harmonica. I'm so fascinated by it. I've played it. You've seen me. Some of you have seen me. All the time I've spent playing my E minor harmonica has been live on the show. I have no idea what's going on inside this thing, but it's fascinating, I tell you. Sailboat in a still sky, tadpole in a puddle, alone in a hayfield, looking for trouble, trying to make love from whiskey and rolls, waking up late to worn out soul, stepping down highways and off to the side, looking for traps, someplace to hide, shooting your poison and chasing it with pride, chasing it down, casting your line, casting your play with whoever you find. On a gambling thumb, just letting it ride. In the next town, do that dance just right. For a dying man's diamond is a hell of a night. Next time around, I'm leaving blank spaces. You can fill them in later, that much I've learned. I piled my youth up in a desert night. I torched it how coyote as it burned. Now I leave a turn behind me when I'll take some night alone. When the whiskey will blind me and nothing's in stone, but all the stones swallowed since last night. But don't worry, little fella, you'll sink just right, like the sun in the sky falling from sight. Brings the stars that were always there to light. That's what we do with all our might. For a dying man's diamond is a hell of a night. Oh, next was Tombstone. That felt like a release. Oh, our glass is empty. I've already started this song though, so. Is this the leaving song? I don't know. Dad would say no. First he didn't know, and he didn't know that he didn't know. Then he didn't know, but he knew that he didn't know. Later he knew, but he didn't know that he knew. At last he knew, and he knew that he knew. And he was not alone. Yeah, put that on my tombstone. He rode every road and he rode down the river and sang every song that he sung for the lovers that leapt from the ledge, hung up in the night. He took it and shook it as he looked for the light that couldn't be shown. Put that on my tombstone. Somebody laughed, he'd second the motion, and though he defied it, believed deep in the notion that to write the line where the sky meets the ocean, you gotta breathe in the air like it's some kind of potion. Each breath a wild wind blow. Put that on my tombstone. fought the good fight and he fled without grieving in small-minded rooms. He said, I believe I'll be leaving, and he hung his hat where the woman he loved knew how to take it. Enough is enough. He was not unknown. Put that on my tombstone. What a fun night. Fun set list. You guys are reading the tea leaves just right. I would trust your interpretation of the I Ching anytime. If you want to tell me what my stars say, I will believe you. Thank you for everything. I think I know what I want to do for the leaving song. Don't want to leave on a bad note. Let me check my tuning real quick here. As far as I know, we are on for Jabberjohn tomorrow, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time here. My dad and Kyle Hogg will be coming over, and we will just talk about whatever we talk about for about an hour and a half. Jabberjohn, 3 little frogs sitting on a log. One of them fell in. Oh, I just want to let know, I did see Elijah said, requested a song I played earlier in the show. He said, come over on the piano, please tickle those ivories. Love it. I actually just played that song when you said that request, so you might want to go back when the show is over and rewind a little bit and catch that. I think I did okay on that one, if memory serves. Thank you all so much. Leaving song. Either I'm the underdog or I don't stand a chance. I'll sing my song, it won't take long, I'll do my little dance. Singing to the exit sign as tight behind the lids. As I think of things, a list of things I do as love forbids. I do as love forbids, boys, I do as love forbids. Well, I won't pull the wool or play the fool, can't pretend to be proper or tall. There's only one she's got, oh God, I'm no good at all. People tell me, yeah, they say they love the way I write, but they can't feel the painful wings, they only see the flight. They're not there in the wee hours when the clock keeps striking 1, and I sit and stare and know full well why my baby gone. Why my baby gone, boys, why my baby gone? But I won't pull the wool or play the fool, can't pretend to be proper or tall. There's only one she's gone, oh God, I'm no good at all. Every time I try to tie myself to a makeshift cross, it's either funny or I make money or the way the point is tossed. Like a bottle out into the ocean, hurtling off into space. In the dark, I leave my mark. It shows no signs of grace. It shows no signs of grace, boys. It shows no signs of grace. Well, I won't pull the wool or play the fool. Can't pretend to be proper at all. There's only one she's got. Oh God, I'm no good at all. I won't pull the wool or play the fool. Can't pretend to be proper at all. There's only one she's got. Oh God, I'm no good at all. All right, see you tomorrow. Jabberjohn at 7. I'll be back doing this again. Daily practice tomorrow night at midnight. Love you so much. Thank you for egging me on, for bending an ear this direction. And yeah, be silly, be honest, and always trust your cape. Bye.